Hey traders, so it's Saturday, and I actually promised you guys that I'm going to drop the exact way I traded last week, right? My last week trade, I'll be dropping them here, and be breaking them down for you. So first of all, as usual, let's bring out what we actually need in the chart, because that's what I do every day, every week. Let me give you a breakdown, and let me just show you how I journal all my trades. So first of all, we need what? Direction west, direction, journal what? Bias, SMT, CRT. First of all, then what? SMT, then what? Time, which is the most important one. Directional bias, CRT, SMT, and what? Time. Now, in all, remember I actually taught you guys about what key level PDR is, and I told you that swing highs and swing lows are all what? Key level. Price always react from those key level to what? A certain key level. Okay, now observe how price reacted from what? This key level. This bold rejection means what? Price failing to take out what is high. That is failing to what? Close with what? A body. This is liquidity. Price is now leaving. This is liquidity magnet. So price is now aiming for something here, which is what? This low. Price is now aiming for this low, leaving what? The high. The high is just a magnet. Price is not yet done what with the lows. That is why we are still bearish. Okay, so now let me just give you a breakdown of how I took what? The sell. First of all, the first week of the month, I didn't participate in any trade. Okay, probably I could participate in just one trade, and I actually made 4 out of the trade. But second of all, I actually participated more on what? The second week, because the second, third week are the most important week of every month to trade, right? And I told you that every candle has opening time, the high, the low, and what the close. That's what we actually had on the second week. And break it down. Okay, let's make it this way. The opening price, right? High, low, and what? The closing what? Price. And there must be what? A driver. There must be a driver. Driver is what? The key level. You can't spot your driver on what? The weekly time frame. You can only spot your driver, which is what? The sponsor, on the daily time frame or the 4-hour time frame. So most of our sponsor are what? Order block, fair value gap, SMT. SMT is also quite most let me say among those who sponsor price lower. If there is no SMT, price will definitely fail. The higher the chances of price failing is what? High. Let me say 80 to 85%, right? Okay, now let's break it down. First of all, you need a vertical line here. Let me take this out. You need a vertical line. This. Now we move to what? To the daily time frame. Remember, every week has what? Up to what? 5 days, not even 7. The only week that has up to 7 days is what? Crypto. But forex has up to what? 7 days. Stocks have up to 5 days. Stock have up to what? 5 days. And other what? Source. Okay, now let's move to the daily time frame. Look at the daily time frame. Look at the day time frame, right? First of all, this is Monday candle. This candle here, this long week, it's what? Monday candle. Let me just indicate so you can see clearly. Is the opening price of what? The week. This candle here. Let me just quickly do this immediately. Don't want to get you confused. This is what the opening price of what? The second week of what? March, right? And I actually told you that every week has up to what 5 days, and there must be what a driver. Okay, so now let's classify this week. I took a buy. I took what the Monday buy. Okay, what I took a buy. I took a buy. But first of all, there was, can I say there was no driver? There was no drive, which means there was no key level. But what we had, what SMT. We had what SMT. Right? I took a buy. So let me give you a breakdown of the buy. First of all, we need what a colorated pair. Now, this one here is what Tuesday of March. Right? Tuesday, 3rd of March, which was the first week of what March. This was Tuesday. Now, I actually marked this low as what? My key level, okay? This is an old low, right? And also, if you could look at the GBP USD, we still have the same what? Tuesday of March. Let's look at the same low here. And what? This is what? Monday. This is what? Monday. This candle here is what? Monday candle, which means we had what? An SMT. Okay, we had an SMT here between what? Euro USD and what? GBP USD. You can see clearly, right? Soup failing to what? Soup what? The what? The high. Sorry, failing to soup the low. So where is now our drawn liquidity? Is what? The high of what the candle that was not souped. And also here, price will definitely not get to it because remember, we are absolutely taking a sell. I just quickly took this cap buys and look at it clearly. You can see it. This candle here. And now let's classify the daily time frame. Remember, the daily time frame have up to what 6 4-hour candle. Out of that 6 4-hour candle, we need what? Out of that 6 4-hour candle, we need what? The range, soup, and what? Expansion. Range, soup, expansion, right? Let me classify this. 6 4-hour candle open, low, right? High, close, right? That's what the 6 4-hour candle will do. You need to look out for what the low of what the day. So now, daily to what? 4-hour. Okay, daily to 4-hour. Let's move to the 4-hour time frame. Let me mark it. Let me mark the open. There must be a sponsor. Okay, let me mark the open. Let's move to the 4-hour. Four-hour time frame. Okay, now this is the 4-hour time frame. You can see that price open into what? The low. Open low. 4-hour CRT. Remember, open low 4-hour CRT, right? You can see clearly we had what? A 4-hour CRT. Let me make it clear for you. We had a 4-hour CRT here, right? Open low 4-hour CRT, right? High, open low, high, close. Right? Let's look at a Euro, GBP USD. You can see that. Open. Let's look at it. Open, SMT, 4-hour CRT. Right? 4-hour CRT. Open, key level. Open, key level. We have no key level, but we had what? An SMT. We had open here. Open, right? Right? Soup. 4-hour CRT, high, close, right? That's all we had. SMT with what? One colorated pair. You can see that we had an SMT here. Let's make it this way. Here like this. And what? On the other side, we had what? We had what? Open, soup, the low, open, soup. There must be a sponsor, and our sponsor was this low here. SMT was also part of it. Open, right? Soup, 4-hour CRT, high, close. That's how I took this trade. Using time management, I trade the 159 AM, which the 1 AM 59 5159. And if you can start from the 1 AM, remember the 1 AM have up to at the 4 hour time frame have up to 1 hour. You can also use the 2 hours to anticipate your buy. So I went to the 2 hours time frame. Remember, I went to the 2 hours time frame. The 2 hours. Let's move it. Move on. Went to the 2 hours time frame and I saw this opening price, soup price. You can use the 2 hours as well, right? Let me take this out. Open, soup, closing within the range of the 2 hours time frame, and my entry went towards the M15. So I got the soup at 3 AM. So we had the 1 AM and 3 AM. This is 2 hour time frame. You can use 1 hour as well, but I use 2 hour most times. 1 AM, 3 AM, right? So I went to the 15 minutes time frame for entry. Now you can see this a complete soup of the where was it? Here. This is a soup, a pure soup. You can make it this way. You can make it this way like this. You can see that we have a total soup here. You can see soup, close above, and we had a reaction from this level here, right? Tap into our model one and would expand to the high. You can target this high as your take profit, which is the 4 hour CRT high, right? Entry here, you can see that the order block is a kind of large. Then you can set your entry here. Stop loss should be around this level, and target should be around the 4 hour CRT high, right? That is how I took this buy. Okay, that is how I took it. SMT was confirmed, 4 hour CRT was confirmed, micro timing was confirmed, which was the 3 AM micro. It was souped at 3 AM micro, and we had a change in state of delivery on the 15 minutes time frame, and I got my entry absolutely right. Okay, now let's move to the next part. Tuesday. All right, Tuesday, candle 2. Tuesday, right? Let me mark it out. Okay, Tuesday. Tuesday we had a soup. Tuesday we had a soup, and from the look, Tuesday gave us open, high, low, close. Not open, low, high, close, right? Reacting from a key level. This is a key level. Okay? This is a key level. This is a key level. Tuesday gave us open, high. Can we confirm it? Okay, now let's use a vertical line. Let's see what Tuesday using the 4 hour time. So Tuesday give us open. Let's make it this way. Open like this, right? High, low, close. Open high and sponsor key level, right? Key level, open high, low, close. You can see it. It's closed in a bearish state. Open high, key level, low, close. Open the Wednesday, open high, key level, low, close. Thursday, open high, key level, low, close. Friday, open high, key level, low, close. Let's study Tuesday. Moving to the 4 hour time frame. Let me mark it out. The opening price of Tuesday, right? Let's go to the 4 hour time frame. You can see that open, right? Opening price. This is the opening price here, 17. Open high into a key level. 4 hour CRT. Mark it out. You must wait for 4 hour CRT. Okay? 4 hour CRT, open high. So this was 1 AM, 5 AM, 9 AM, and 1 PM. Give us a soup of the high and close within the range. And this is our major time of trading. So Tuesday we had no opportunity. I was expecting a kind of within the 5 a.m. or 9 a.m. to give us that soup, and price failed to do that, right? So Tuesday there was no trade, but we had what? Open, high, open, soup into the key level for our CRT, low, close. Okay, open, soup, low, close. Do we have an SMT? Yes, we had an SMT. Let's move to daytime. Let me give you the SMT. You can see you can use SMT to confirm your trade. Let's say your setup. Let's use this. Let me take this, become more clean a little bit. We had an SMT here. Tuesday high was wrecked. Tuesday high was wrecked here. So this was what our SMT here. And we had what? A daily CRT. You can see that. We had what? A daily CRT. Now, this is now our draw on liquidity. Since this SMT is being used, then this should be what? A draw on liquidity. Now, look at GBP, Euro USD. Same Tuesday high. Here. We failed towards soup the high, and while while GU, we had what? A soup of what? The high. Plus what? Key level. Order block. Am I right? Or you can even use the breaker. You can say, I use the breaker. Key level, breaker. Okay, so this is now a draw on liquidity. This is now what? A draw on liquidity. Open high, which is the high of the week. Tuesday gave us what? The high of the week, confirming it with what? An SMT plus key level. So I did not trade Tuesday. Let's move to what? Wednesday. Wednesday opening price. Let's move to the Wednesday. Let's move to the 4 hour. All right, Wednesday. Open high. You can see what is our key level? This is the opening price. Opening price here. High. Is there any for CRT? Yes. Do we have any sponsor? Yes. That is why key level is very, very important. Key level, very, very. Don't joke with key level. You see key level, SMT. Do not joke with it. Anyone that says SMT is not important, then that the person doesn't know what he's doing. He don't know what he's doing. Key level SMT is very important. You can see that we had a key level here. Order block. Do we have any 4-hour CRT? Yes, sir. We have what? A 4-hour CRT. Here. Soup, right? Key level. Key level, right? And also what? 4-hour CRT. Am I right? Yes. Open, soup, open, soup, low, close. Open, soup, you can see. Open, right? Same thing I taught you. Open, right? Soup, low, close. Am I right? Am I right? There must be a sponsor. We call it sponsor. Who is sponsoring the sale? If there is no sponsor, then don't trade it. Wait for SMT. Okay? Open, soup into the key level, which is our sponsor, key level, low, close. It's 4-hour CRT. Okay? All right. Was it at key time? It was what? Key time, yes. 17:21, 1 a.m. So 1 a.m. gave us the CRT. Was it at key time? 3 a.m. micro? Absolutely yes. We had a kind of let's use the 1 hour to make it easier for us. I got stopped out here. due to double manipulation, right? I actually got stopped out. So you can see that price wrecked me out, right? I was actually wrecked. So let me take this out to make it clean, easy for us. So in one way or the other, this was my order block, refining price here, right? So price came towards this order block, which was at 2 a.m. micro. You can see 1 a.m. start, 1 a.m. we had a close, but you need to stick with time. This was 1 a.m. open. We had a close within, but nope. Don't trade 1 a.m. for your information. But we had a 2 a.m. soup. So 2 a.m. gave her the soup, and I was wrecked here. Right, I was wrecked here. 2 a.m. manipulation into the key level, giving us what a change in state of delivery on what the 15 minutes time frame. Let's move to the 15 minutes time frame. Got my entry, everything was correct, but I was wrecked. I was wrecked, absolutely fucking wrecked. Let's check it out. Yep. Okay, let's wait a little bit. Let me look for it a little bit. So I was wrecked. I was absolutely wrecked. Trust me. So this was it. After the soup, you can see this was a correct soup, right? You can see we had a close below, right? The retest was absolutely fucking heavy. It was crazy. It was absolutely crazy. I got in here, right? I got in here after the retest, and my stop loss was here, around this level. What the fuck? I was crazy. I was confused. I said, well, what the hell is going on? This was my take profit here. I was wrecked. I was fucking wrecked. Crazy. Not that price didn't respect mine, but it was respected because we never had a close with the body. But we had what a reject. We reject from the mother one. So the spike was absolutely fucking heavy. What the hell? I nearly died. My brain turned off. Everything about me was off. But well, we believe in the system. This is how we trade. That's our system. Hope you learned something from it. 2A micro, soup, entry, model 1. If you give you enter, I don't care. Just apply proper risk management. Okay, now let's move to Thursday. So right now, we have a complete open high of the week. So this Tuesday gave us what the high of the week, which means the week gave us what an open key level sponsorship, key fair value gap, SMT confirmed with what GBP/USD, and we had what a stung into what deeping towards what the previous day's low, which is what our main target, and we keep deeping lower because we had what a close below, which means once you see a close below, lower price, close below, lower price, close below, lower price. Am I clear? Yes, sir. Am I clear? Yes, sir. So close below, lower price. Let's tongue into Thursday trade. Thursday, moving to the 4-hour time frame. Do we had open, high, low, close? Key level. There was any key level? Yes. So now you need to understand this. Whenever you see this open, this was the opening price. This was the opening price. We have a key level within the opening price, which was a fair value gap. This was a key level. And one thing you need to understand is that whenever price open with a gap, let's say give us open, let's say let me make it this way. Let me teach you something. Whenever price give us open, right, open with a fair value gap like this, then expect low into the fair value gap. The fair value gap is now going to be what a sponsorship. Okay, not that high, because if you are trying to say high, there's no key level above. So fair value gap should be what our sponsorship high, a little bit open, a little bit high toward the key level, then what low. Okay, but if there is no key level within the open, or we had a key level above the open, then definitely price will give us what? Definitely price is going to give us what? A sweep reacting from that key level, which is our sponsorship, and what? We what? Move to what? To what? Our main direction. Okay, so now this was our sponsorship fair value gap. Let's see if we had an SMT. Do we had an SMT here? Let me check it out. Then definitely the SMT will be from DXY as well. But let's read this out. Let me just give you open soup into what the key level. Was it at key time? Yes, sir. It was. So was it at key time? Yes, sir. Or 17:21 1 a.m. range, 5 a.m. soup. Now this was a pure 159 5 a.m. Moving to the 2 hours, you can use 2 hours, you can use 1 hour. So 2 hours, 5 a.m. 2 hours, 2 hours, 2 hours, 2 hours, 2 hours. All right, this is 2 hours, right? 1 a.m., 5 a.m. open, right? This was 5 a.m., right? 5 a.m. open, and we had a kind of sweep, which was 7 a.m., right? 7 a.m. soup, right? If you could look at the 1 hour time frame, same thing, no difference. No difference, it's the same thing. You can see that we had 7 a.m. soup. You can see that 7 a.m. soup, and if you could look towards the 15 minutes time frame, we had an entry. Do we had an entry here? Yes, we had an entry on the 15 minutes time frame. Yes, sir. We had an entry which was on the 15 minutes model one here. This was the entry here. This was the entry. "15 minutes model one," right? Soup after the soup. This was the soup, right? Once you see that price gap your model one so far, then use the second candle to mark out your entry. So that was our entry, and let's take this one out. And we had a tank. We tanked this sell to the low. Entry was here, and stop loss was a kind of above, right? Target was towards the previous day's low, which was absolutely completed, right? The real daily range has been completed. Okay, the real daily range has been completed. Previous day's low. So you can see that we actually explained the sell with the buy setup, the sell setup, the sell setup. We actually give you all explanation done. And if you are actually working on weekly to 4 hour, so weekly, sorry, is it the daily to 1 hour, you can make it this way. Remember, we had a daily CRT, right? The entry was here, daily to 1 hour time frame. You can see after the soup, right? After the soup here, this was the soup closing within the range. That's if you want your stop loss to become a little bit larger. So this was our entry here, model one, or can we say this one here, model one here, entry, stop loss here, right? Entry here, stop loss should be above, then target should be what the previous day's low. So you can see the difference. The stop loss are absolutely different. You can see how small this one is with time, and this how big it is without time. So with time, you gain more high risk to reward, and without time, you gain what? Low risk to reward. So this is how I actually planned all my trade. I think both Friday, same thing. I think I got a trade on Friday. Friday gave us open, high, low, close. If I'm not mistaken, same thing here. This was it, open. This was this sorry, you can see this was open, this was this open, and I told you that once you see 17 having no key level, 17 going below, then definitely price will use one of those FVGs to sell below. So we had open, low, high, open high, low, closer. I can see we had a sponsor here, which was this fair value gap, key level sponsorship. Fair value gap, was it at key time? Yes, sir. This FVG here was also part of it. Do we have an SMT? If I'm not mistaken, I think we kind of had an SMT, right? A kind of SMT, but this is how I took my trade. So I took Friday's sell, soup. I had a soup here, right, which was the 9 a.m. candle. The 9 a.m. candle, which this is 1 a.m., 5 a.m., and 9 a.m. continuation. So 1 a.m. was also absolutely selling well. 5 a.m. and 9 a.m. continuation was absolutely there. So look at it clearly. Let's look at it properly. So you can see that if we had 9 a.m. soup, was it at key time? Yes. We had a key level. Yes. Let's move to the 1 hour. From 4 hour to 1 hour. You can also add 2 hours to it to become more easier for you. Okay. We had soup. You can see that we had a key level, which is this fair value gap. So there are some other traders who were actually trying to short here. No, this last not the best time to short. Wait for price to a little bit retrace. Wait for a 4 hour CRT, not just 1 hour continuation. So we had a soup here, right? We had a soup around this level and a kind of 15 minutes more than one, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, this was it. M15 model 1, right? Here is it. You can see the soup. The soup was perfect. The soup perfect, and the entry model was perfect here. You can see how price rejected from what? The model 1. And I got this trade. I caught it. My stop loss was around this level, and my take profit was the low. That was my main target. So I caught this trade. Hope you all benefit from this trade. Like, subscribe. I'm going to drop my Telegram channel link if you want to join. Let's trade together next week. You're free. Thank you so much. God bless you.